Good morning, everyone. In the last lecture on this online video, we today uh, we discussed in the last lecture we discussed about the the introduction about the braking systems, and then the principle is kinetic energy converted into the heat energy. This it is helpful for the stopping the moving vehicles in the shortest possible time and to control the speeds whatever whenever we required use the control the vehicle with descending along the slope. To park two vehicles, it is held in different position of without the presence of driver. It is the function of the brake we discussed in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we discussed about the braking efficiency, also the stopping distance in this discussed in the last lecture. Also, this we think about there the weight of the transfer is here with the help of some the inertia force, then overturning coupling and the retarding force in this rear axle and the front axles here. Then we discussed in the last lecture is the wheel skidding. This wheel skidding is beneficial for while this the wheel will be stop rotating and then start slipping on the road. This the heat dissipation is friction is converted into with the help of the roll of the relief wall. Then the requirement of this is to reduce the noise one vibration. It is helpful to easy to maintain the adjustment. It should be minimum in weight. Then pedal effort must be within this capacity of the driver. Next, in the last lecture we discussed about that the type of this braking system, and this type of the braking system is helpful for this based on the different type of the purpose, locations, construction, extra braking efforts. Then we discussed in the mechanical expansion brakes or the mechanical brake we discussed in the last lectures, and then also in this discuss into this is different part of their the springs and then returning of their different parts in the we discussed in the last lectures. Then this disc brake also used in this last lecture about that the cylinders, and these are the cylinders is fixed with this caliper. This fixed the calipers in the last lecture is here. Also in the last lecture we discuss about that some schematic diagram and then working of the disc brakes. Today we discussed here some kind of the hydraulic brakes. So how it is work the hydraulic brakes in this any two-wheeler, four-wheeler or heavy vehicles in them. So when we discuss here this hydraulic brake is the image is in front of here this piston momentum. This the cursor moving on that this before the above this the spring this a refractory spring is here, and this refractory spring upper portion of there is some piston, and this piston is elaborate into this piston is moving with the spring. This spring is helpful for the momentum of the dust particle. The momentum of the oil is with the help of some compression and expansion of the spring. This spring is moving with the master cylinders rear axle and first axle for that. These master cylinders is connect with this wheel, rear wheel or the front wheel. So when we apply some force with the help of some brake pedal, this brake pedal is connected to this piston. This piston is momentum takes place here is for the left side or the right side. Simultaneously goes on this left side and right side. The expansion takes place of there. This is the brake shoes. This brake shoes is also moving with the help of some spring. This spring is expands the brake shoes, and this brake shoe is connected to a brake lining and then brake drum. This brake drum is movement with this brake lining to control the vehicle or to stop the vehicle with the help of some hydraulic brake. And this hydraulic brake is contains some oil, is liquid to movements from that the spring to this wheel here. Okay, this is another image in front of you. This linkage for this when we apply the linkage for the hydraulic brake. When we apply some brake pedal on that, there is a piston momentum with the help of that, and this piston momentum is applied for that with the help of some master cylinder. This master cylinder, the master cylinder is here. This master cylinder moving with their the fluid check valve. This is nothing but that. This is the rubber cap. This rubber cap is protect the fluid check valve. Also is cover or casing for their this the fluid check valve. This fluid check valve is connected. This is a piston spring. This piston spring is come in the form of the return piston spring is here. This return piston spring is connected to the secondary seal. This secondary seal moving in the push rod and as rubber boot with the for the master cylinder. Also, when we think about that, the tandem master cylinder, this tandem master cylinder same working is there. We applied some force just like that. We apply some force and this force is fully with some fluid reservoir. The fully reservoir is completely depends upon that the pushing of their rod. This completely depend upon their this pushing of their rubber boot to apply on that this compression and expansion of this here the piston spring to helpful for the control the speed, control the vehicle with the help of some braking system. Similarly, the tandem master cylinder also takes place here. This tandem axle cylinder is pressure differential valve with warming light switch, and this when we applied for the rear brake or the front brake, this the tandem master cylinder is helpful for the maximum force is applied from there this piston brakes, and then when we applied some maximum piston brake is helpful for there the hydraulic brakes here. The advantages of the hydraulic brake is here this equal braking efforts is obtained by all four wheels. This simple construction takes place here. Less wear rate because there is a no linkage. Self lubricated. Then even slight leakage of air into this brake system makes it usable. This system is suitable for is applying the brake intermediately. For parking purpose and separate mechanism linkage has to be used. Then the power brake. When we move from this hydraulic brake to this power brake, there is a brake power of the engines or the battery used to enhance the braking efforts. This using this enhance the braking effort with the help of some power of the engines or the battery of the engines useful for this vacuum brake, air brake, brake with hydraulic booster or this electro hydraulic booster. And for that the servo brake systems we are using this. This servo mechanism servo system is here. A is rotating disc, B is stationary disc, C is lever and D is rod. So when we using this rotating rod, A is coupled with the stationary disc C. B is when it is coupled with that is rotating with the moving with the rod and then lever. And this rotating disc is applied on that rotating disc is applied on that the stationary disc to for the braking for the control the vehicle with the lever and rod. And this the description for the servo brake systems is helpful for. Next is a vacuum servo brake. Same mechanism, same principle we are used for this the servo brake system. Similarly, we can apply for there the vacuum servo motors. But there is some changes into them. There is for the servo motor with the help of some mechanical, the moving is contact with is rotating and stationary disc. This moving is applied with the help of some rod. But when we think about that, the vacuum servo brakes, the vacuum is generated into this the vacuum reservoir, and this vacuum reservoir is applied on this control units. There is a cursor of my mouse is there shown as here some control units. This control units is helpful for when this helpful for this expansion and construction or expansion and compression of the spring with the help of some vacuum. Where this vacuum is generated is flow into this spring when the apply the braking pad, and this braking pad is moving the brake fluid to this. This moving brake fluid is applied on the piston. This piston is moving upward side. The compress this the spring. When this compression of the spring takes place into this non-return wall or this brakes, it with the help of some servo cylinders is working with the help of that. Then engine exhaust brake. This engine exhaust brake also is considered as some air compressor, but is air brake, and this air brake is exhaust. This air brake example is there. Similarly, we can apply here the exhaust engine exhaust brake. What happen here? Air compressor tanks is for about the bottom side. This air compressor tank it generate the compressed air. This compressed air is regulated with the help of the pressure regulator. This pressure regulator is moving to the foot control valve. This foot control valve is moving with the air cylinder. This air cylinder is linked with this exhaust engine. This is a exhaust engine is linked to this fuel cutoff. This fuel cutoff is applied to generate this force for the exhaust. So whatever this generate the exhaust gas is butterfly valve is on. This butterfly valve is going to the cylinder. This cylinder is moving with the foot control valve. This foot control valve is connected to this brake valve. This is the important part is here. Similarly, I am again explained here. This is a link with the fuel cutoff valve. This fuel cutoff valve is connected to this exhaust valve. So whatever this burning of the fuel is generate the power. After the completion of the power, there is some exhaust pressure is there, and this exhaust pressure is moving with this air cylinder. This air cylinder is controlled with the foot control valve is moving. The higher pressure compressed air is applied on this the brake valve. Similarly, the air brake is applied here. This air brake is nothing but that air is compressed the air filter. This compressed air, this air is filtered with the air filter. This remove the dust and particle. The remove the dust particle is moving from that. This unloader valve is generated this unloader valve. This unloader valve is flow into the survivor, and this reservoir is generate the compressed air to this accessory. The brake valve, this brake valve is compressed the air is come from their reservoir is totally applied on their front wheel and rear. When it is totally applied on this front wheel rear wheel, it creates some brake chamber. This brake chamber generate the speed or the power from their air compressor, and this compressed air is applied on them. Next is here. Okay, I am again explain in the Marathi. काय आहे बघा, एअर जो आहे तो ॲटमॉस्फिअर एअर मधला आपण सक केला, तो कॉम्प्रेसर मध्ये गेला. तो कॉम्प्रेसर मध्ये पहिला जाण्याच्या अगोदर हा फिल्टर मध्ये एअर फिल्टर होणार आहे. तो एअर फिल्टर झाल्यानंतर तो जो काही मॅक्झिमम प्रेशर ऑपरेटिंग प्रेशर पर्यंत गेल्यानंतर अनलोडर ओपन व्हॉल्व होईल. तो जो काही अनलोडर ओपन व्हॉल्व गेला तो पुढे गेला रिझर्वायर मध्ये. तो रिझर्वायर मध्ये गेल्यानंतर तो ब्रेक व्हॉल्व मध्ये येतो. ज्या वेळेला ब्रेक व्हॉल्व मध्ये येतो त्यावेळेला आता हा ब्रेक चेंबर मध्ये जे काही व्हील्स आहेत हे व्हील्स काय करतात, ओपन कॉन्टॅक्ट काम करतात. ज्या वेळेला हे कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये काम करतात त्यावेळेला आपण सायमल्टेनियसली फोर व्हील ड्राईव्ह असे अप्लाय होतात. तशा पद्धतीनेच कॉम्प्रेसर व्हॉल्व ड्राईव्ह होतात. आणि दीज आर द कॉम्प्रेसर व्हॉल्व इज जनरेट इज द एअर ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम्स. These air braking system generate the vehicle. Okay, next is here this component. The component air brake component is here. This air brake component, first is here air compressor to build up the pressure, piston types. Second is here the unloaded valve. Third is here the to limit the pressure built ups and to stop the compressor. Reservoir store the air compressed. Brake valve, the control valve operated by the brake pedal. Next, control the intensity of the braking systems. Next is here the brake chamber. Next is here the quick release valve. So these are the important part from air compressor, unloader valve, reservoir, brake valve, brake chamber and quick release valve. This is the important components for the air brake. Next is here the advantages and disadvantages. Much more powerful than the ordinary mechanical or hydraulic brakes, it simplifies the chassis design. The compressed air reservoir apart from the braking can be done for implementation, windscreen wiper and horn on that. So the brake wire system is shown as here. This when we apply the brake on this moving with the reservoir, sorry, the registers. These registers is moving some valve, sorry, tank. This tank is moving. This is a brake computer. This brake computer is connected to the servo pumps, and these servo pumps generated or connected to this master cylinder with the high pressures. This master cylinder high pressure wheel is moving with the help of some the brake computer. This brake computer again connect to the registers to connect to this control loop. So brake wire system is important for your exam also. The brake air brake also important also for your exam. So you should be know about their some, and you should be aware about that some the brake systems, air brake systems, and then the brake wire systems. Today we discuss about here this anti-lock braking systems. This anti-lock braking system is a new technology adapted from the 2010, is to control the vehicles to avoid the accidents, and whatever we decide the momentums for their the safety purpose of the vehicle and the passengers, and with the help of that we are using or we develop this anti-lock braking system ABS. This is the anti-lock braking system ABS is termed to cover the range of the electronically control system that are designed to provide the optimum braking difficult conditions. ABS are used on many cars, commercial vehicles and trailers. These the ABS is cover range electronically control system to provide the optimum braking system in difficult conditions. Let's see how it is working this ABS. First of all, that this upper side of the corner, left side of upper side of the corner, there is a braking lights. This is the brake light switch. When we apply some brake, this is a brake switch is on. This brake switch is on at this point 1. The master cylinder is here. This master cylinder is fed with the brake. This feed oil is moving is towards to this point, to the shut of their point A. This point A is moving again, is apply some force here. This moving from this point to this point B with the help of some the piston, and this piston is acts is with the help of some solenoid valve. This solenoid valve is moving again with the reservoir. This reservoir generate ABS, anti-lock braking systems pump. This is the anti-lock braking system pump is supplied to this computer, this anti-lock braking system computer, and this anti-lock braking system computer is again moving with some pressure release valve from brake systems or the brake calipers for them. So this brake paddle to this brake valve disc brakes is generate the higher pressures into this anti-lock braking system. So the introduction about that, some anti-lock braking system is here. The purpose of the anti-skid braking system is to provide the safer vehicle handling in difficult conditions. Next point is here, if the wheels are skidding, is not possible to steer the vehicle correctly. A tire that's still rolling, not sliding on the surface will provide a better braking performance. ABS does not usually operate under normal braking. It comes into play in poor road surface conditions such as ice, snow, water, etc. or during emergency stops. So when we using this, the operate under normal conditions come to play in poor roughness conditions such as ice, snow and water, we require some ABS. And this ABS, the working is, there is some description in front of you here. This ABS is working with the help of some voltage wave arms to generate with the help of some ABS sensor outputs. This ABS sensor output generate this positive for this peak points or this negative for this the valley point, or the peak point to the peak point to the valley point. Amplitude is generated just like this frequency response analysis, or with the help of some the bandwidth, and this bandwidth is applied from that when they applying the force, and this applying the force with the brake pedal with the help of some feet. This this brake pedal generated the maximum power in the form of the electrical energy, and this power we can calculate in the form of here this ABS sensor, and this sensor output is also helpful for to generate the braking powers to control the vehicle. So this is the anti-lock braking system is important here, but I like to again explain in the Marathi हे वर्किंग कसं होतं बघा. परत सांगतो. हा पॉईंट 1 आहे. 1, this is the A B point, this is the 2, we can consider here 3 4 5 6 and 7. बघा कसं आहे. अँटी-लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीम काय आहे की नॉर्मली आपण जे काही ब्रेकिंग वापरतो, हायड्रॉलिक ब्रेक असेल, एअर ब्रेक असेल, मेकॅनिकल ब्रेक असेल, तर ह्या मेकॅनिकल, हायड्रॉलिक, एअर ब्रेकच्या पुढचा जो काही टेक्नॉलॉजी अपडेटेड झालेला अँटी-लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीम आहे तो काय करतो की आपल्याला समजा गाडी कंट्रोलमध्ये नसेल किंवा आपली जी काही स्टेअरिंग आहे ती अनकंट्रोलेबल कंडिशनमध्ये नसेल, तर त्यावेळेला जो काही आपल्याला अवॉइड करण्यासाठी, ॲक्सिडेंट अवॉइड करण्यासाठी लागणारा जो काही फोर्स आहे तो मिनिमम एफर्टमध्ये गाडी कंट्रोल व्हावी किंवा आपली सेपर रिजनमध्ये आपली गाडी मूव्ह व्हावी, ह्यासाठी ही अँटी-लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीम वापरलेली आहे. तर ह्या अँटी-लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीममध्ये काय आहे की ब्रेक ज्या वेळेला अप्लाय करतो त्यावेळेला ब्रेक लाईट तयार करते, आणि ती ब्रेक लाईट मास्टर सिलेंडर म्हणून वर्क करते. ज्या वेळेला ही ब्रेक लाईट मास्टर सिलेंडरमधून वर्क करते त्यावेळेला ह्यामध्ये असणारा जो फ्लुइड आहे तो फ्लुइड या पिस्टनपासून पॉईंट एच्या पिस्टनपासून पॉईंटच्या बी पर्यंत पिस्टनपर्यंत मूव्ह होतो. ज्यावेळेला हा फ्लुइड मूव्ह होतो त्यावेळेला आपल्या ह्या रिझर्वायरमधून आलेला फ्लुइड हा परत ABS पंपकडे जातो, आणि दिस इज अ विदिन 30 सेकंड टू 50 सेकंड इज वर्किंग विथ द हेल्प ऑफ सम कंट्रोल ऑफ हियर दिस ABS computer systems. These control systems is applied on there the brake caliper or the brake disc with the help of some sensor or some technology IoT things for there this ABS. And this ABS also important because so whatever we are using in 2-wheeler 4-wheeler, तुम्ही बघितलं असाल की 4-व्हीलरचे 2010 मध्ये ज्यावेळी 8 9 किंवा 10 मध्ये जो काही इम्प्लिमेंट झाला त्याच्याबरोबर आता 2-व्हीलरमध्ये पण इम्प्लिमेंट होते. का? कारण डिरेक्टली जे काही अनसर्कमटन्सेस अवॉइडेबल असतात, जे काही अवॉइडेबल सर्कमटन्सेस असतात ते आपल्याला कंट्रोल करू शकत नाही, त्यावेळेला आपली जे काही फ्लुइड आहे ते फ्लुइड आपल्या ब्रेक पॅडमध्ये फ्लू होऊन आपल्यामध्ये मॅक्झिमम स्टॉपिंग फोर्स तयार व्हावा यासाठी तयार केलेले हे अँटी-लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीम आहे. तर टुडे लेक्चरसाठीच आजच्या लेक्चरसाठी एवढा आहे. टुडे वी कंप्लीट दिस the 4 points is here. These the brake wires, then and braking systems, and then the anti-lock braking system and air brake. So it is important for the exam also, and for important for your the sake of the knowledge to control that vehicle. Okay, तर असे आपले हे ब्रेकिंग सिस्टीम्स आहे. यामध्ये तुम्हाला काही प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर विचारू शकता, विचारा. काय असेल तर तुम्हाला सांगा. परत सांगतो, आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी ही तुम्हाला तुमच्या क्लासरूमवरती अपलोड केलेली आहे. ती आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी अपलोड केलेली तुम्ही वाचा, त्याच्या पद्धतीनं ग्रुपमध्ये तयार करा, आणि ते व्हिडिओ तयार करून प्रेझेंटेशनचा मला मागच्या आपण आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी 1 जशी घेतली तशा पद्धतीने. अजून ज्यांनी आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी 1 दिलेली नाही त्या आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी 1 दिलेल्या लोकांनी परत मला आयसी ॲक्टिव्हिटी अपलोड करायची आहे. ज्यांनी दिलेली नाही त्यांनी अपलोड करा. तुमचे मार्क ऑलरेडी गेलेले आहेत. तुम्हाला दिला नाही तर तुम्हाला 0 मार्क मिळतील. इट इज ऑल्सो टोटल रिस्पॉन्सिबल फ्रॉम युअर साइड टू अवॉइड युअर फेल्युअर फ्रॉम दिस academic. Okay, so please upload your this IS activity up to this given time is 16th April 2026. Okay.